Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day, Sunday morning at the Quarterdeck Arcade. It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful day yesterday. Hope you got outside and enjoyed the weather. I did a little bit and hope to get out. Well, I will be outside later today because I have to do those homeowner chores that we have to do. We have to mow the grass and we have to trim the bushes and all that good stuff. So I'll be out there later on with my bush trimmer, and that's been on my mind for quite a while, trying to get that stuff done. But we're all busy. We all have other things going on in our lives, and we want to get that stuff done. And so I've got to get that done as soon as I'm finished with this show. That's what I'm going to be doing. So anyway, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants right now. I did some show prep, but not at the level I had wanted to. I had wanted to, go over some of the topics of the week, the main news items that a lot of other people had covered, give you my thoughts on it. And we might still do that, but we're going to do it on the fly because I obviously didn't prepare. I spent the morning in the arcade here after my workout. You might notice a little bit behind me. Here, I'll switch to an all camera view. But I did a little bit of rearranging, and so you see back in the corner here behind me, that entire area section is completely empty now. So what I did was I moved Tron and the Space Invaders T2 conversion cabinet down next to the Atari Legacy, just to group them closer together. And I did that. And I also, in the process of moving Tron, I screwed up the LED backlight that I had on there. I crimped the cable and couldn't get it back into shape. So I had to redo the LED lighting on the back of Tron. And yeah, so interesting morning. I also hung some artwork. If you notice right behind me, you can't really read it on the stream because it's too bright. And so my camera's not picking it up. But if you watch Cornercade's video, streams, you'll see that sign over his shoulder. And now I have it because I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. So I hung that this morning. I moved some of the artwork around. When I came down here, I don't know if some of you have this problem, but some of my artwork had fallen from the walls, and it's generally dry and cool in the basement because I run a dehumidifier. But sometimes when you use some stick or some cheap sticky tape, two-sided sticky tape and Velcro fasteners, sometimes that glue on those fasteners just come undone really easy. So the latest victim, two victims actually, the Star Wars sign above my pinball, that little red LED thing there, that fell. And my actual Quarterdeck arcade sign right here. I'm getting better at pointing, when I'm looking at the opposite direction. So that fell. I had to hang that back up. And two things that I use there. I use for the heavier stuff. I always use. I should have wrote down the name. The good stuff, the 3M stuff. But for the lighter stuff, I always use Walmart's brand Hyper V, I think is what it's called, or Hyper Tough. That's what it is. And I use those for the lighter stuff. But for the heavier stuff, like that Galaga piece of artwork behind me, and for the Let's Go sign, I use the heavier professional command strips. That's what they are. That's the brand name. And it is made by 3M. So I did dedicate some time this morning to the arcade. I haven't been feeling the greatest. I kind of hemmed and hawed about not doing the show today, but you know what? I'm not doing the show next week. So heads up to everybody. I'm out of town next weekend where the gal and I are going to go see Metallica in concert. So won't be able to do a show on Sunday. as we'll be on the road at that time coming back home. So anyway, I wanted to get something done today and talk about a few things. Let's take a look at the chat, see who's here. I know that Cornercade and Prince Vinny stopped by earlier and chimed in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Ted, always good to see you. Thanks. Welcome. And there's a few other people just kind of lurking around. Welcome to you all. This is my little corner of the interwebs. And it's my hobby, you know. I don't do this for the views. I don't do this for, I'm obviously not monetized. I don't do it for that. I just do it because I like spending time talking to you guys about what I'm thinking, what I'm doing in my own home arcade. And so far, so good, I guess. So news of the week. Well, last week we touched a little bit on the class of 81 pub table. It's still not in the southeast Wisconsin area, as you might have already learned from PD7's video this morning. Costco here still has not received the class of 81 pub table. I'm in love with that thing. I want it. I just don't know if I want it at $4.99. So we'll see. It's something I do want, though. So hopefully we'll be able to get it and get it on a deal. I haven't done my bills yet today. I usually do them on Sundays after the show. When I go do that, I'll look at what kind of money I have laying around. And if I decide to pick it up, I will. But right now, that's the hot cabinet on my mind right now, is that pub table. And I'll probably get it. I still want a Dragon's Lair. Obviously, Dragon's Lair is sold out. So I've been watching Marketplace to see what's available. There was one available in the area a little while ago, I think earlier in the week. And the guy was offering a great deal on both a Joust and a Dragon's Lair, and both of them for $550. And I'm like, oh man, I should jump on that. And I didn't. And I'm kind of beating myself up over it because somebody scarfed it up and it's gone off Marketplace. So as far as the arcade's concerned, I'm still hoping to rebuild it. I started that rebuild last week, as many of you already saw, with the Pong pub table. Loving that. I spent some time with it the other day and had a blast with it. I love the form factor. I love it's at the perfect height for me to play it. And so it's sitting right smack in the arcade right now. Let's take a look. Again, this is with the house lights on. I took these photos this morning after I'd moved things around. But you can see that I have the big corner here. I estimate I could fit five cabinets, 6 if I put one right here. I could put one right here in the corner and then face one out, depending on how much room it gives that cabinet there. Obviously won't be able to get a stool in there, but that's what I want to do. Let's see. This is a wide shot of the room. Off to the right, you'll see that wide open space I have there. The center of the room is wide open as well, with the exception of the pub table. And if I start adding cabinets in the middle, which I'm a ways off from that, because what I'm going to do, what my plans are to do the walls first. So I'll fill out the 5 or 6 cabinets on the right side there. Then this table right here, I'm going to pull out of the arcade again. I don't like that table there, but for now, it's, filling space. It's fine. So I've got room for cabinets over here as well, probably about 4 or 5. So you could tell I'm a ways away to be getting back to putting things in the middle here. And as I'm managing my finances, it's probably going to take a while, unless there's some more fire sales happening from Arcade 1-Up. And if that happens, then I'm going to start buying And I don't, you've heard it from the community, from some of the other YouTubers. They don't think that some of them don't think that the days of the fire sales are over. I hope that's not true. I hope we can get good deals on some of these cabinets as they're wanting to clearance them. So the key thing is just to keep watching, keep scanning those websites. I wanted to do that this morning before the show, and I didn't get a chance. So um, some of the deals that are on my mind right now from Target, I believe there's a Dig Dug there, or no, Dig Dug or Pac Mania, and I've never had a Pac Mania cabinet, but I don't have a Pac-Man / Galaga cabinet in the arcade right now, so that might fill the bill. And the nice thing about that is through Target, since I'm in the educational arena, every year Target in August gives educators 20% off, and that includes arcade one-ups. So I've been scanning Target's website looking for any deals, and right now the best cabinet I could buy with the 20% off that's on a deal right now is either Yoga Flame or Pac Mania, and I'm leaning towards Pac Mania. So I have until the 24th to decide on how I'm going to use that 20% off. We'll see what I'm going to do. I'm kind of checking every day to see if Target has anything else on sale. I kind of want that Yoga Flame back because I love the artwork on it. So, and it was easily moddable. But things change from day to day in the arcade one-up space. You all know that. Sales happen. Yeah. So that's the wide shot of the arcade. Just a kind of a closer look at some of the filled arcade space there. And again, I want to get rid of this table here. And I might move this Defender Partycade down here or next to the Space Invaders. We'll see. But I'd like to find another home for my numbskulls, which I haven't sold. I actually took them off Marketplace for the time being. So, yeah. And on the back wall, you can see some of the art, like this thing, or this thing right here. I moved this artwork from over on the wall that's empty right now to make room for the Let's Go sign. Anywho, what else do I have? Let's see. I'm playing with a RetroPie on the TV that's off to the side there. Go to a live view. You can kind of see it in the upper left part of the screen there. The TV is on and loaded into the RetroPie. That's a Pi. I think it's a Pi 3B. Don't quote me on that. And it has an external hard drive attached, and whatever game you want. So, yeah, Danny, just checking the chat. Yeah, I saw that in Hobby Lobby yesterday, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull one, and I'm just gonna buy it and stick it up there and see what Danny says. And you saw it. The only thing is, it doesn't show up well on the stream. It's kind of bright, and I don't know. I'm sure I can adjust my camera so that it appears better. But it's there. I can see it here in the arcade live. So, Fireside, welcome to the show. This may be a short show. I'm just chit chatting right now, so I don't have a mod. I like to do mods on. Oh, let's talk about that for a second. I like to do mods live. The only time I didn't have a pleasant experience with that was with the Build-A-Cade, which I still have not completed, by the way, because I mixed up the screws and I can't tell which screws go where. So I was thinking about buying another one and starting from scratch, and then going the Donkey Kong route with the artwork. and from I believe it's Joe Zabo is putting those pieces together, or no, maybe it was Retro 530, one of the two. But I did tease this a little bit the other day. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, that Star Wars pinball behind me, over my right shoulder, is defective. Show you a picture what it's doing right now. Share screen. And share. So that's what I'm getting. The PCB is good. I can hear gameplay and audio, so I can tell the PCB is good, but the monitor is for crap. Can hear the music, all the sound effects, everything. It's just that I can't see it anymore. So my 24-inch stock monitor has gone the way of the dodo. So what I've done is yesterday, after watching a couple more videos again, because I've studied these videos quite a bit lately, and read up on the Reddit threads that talk about this. But it should be an easy swap to do this monitor swap. I did order from Geekworm the LVDS to HDMI board. So that's on the way. And then I also turned around and from Target ordered a 32-inch monitor that I'll decase and slap in here. So stay tuned to the channel. Obviously, I'm not going to be on stream next weekend again for the Metallica concert. I'll be out of town next weekend, but stay tuned. That'll be a live stream. Whether I decide to do it, it depends on when the parts get here. If the parts don't get here this week, then I'm not doing it this week. Excuse me. So this mod's coming up live. Yeah, that's disappointing that I can't play this table, but it's been like that for a while. Oh my gosh, my mouse. Okay. Let me go back through the chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Andy's Game Room, welcome to the show. Appreciate you. Pub table's working out pretty damn good, Ted. I like it. I like I mentioned before, I love the form factor. I love the games on it because I have a lot of nostalgia for Pong. I grew up with that game in the arcade. So yeah, it's a fixture, and I hope to never let go of it. Boofman, welcome. Welcome. I hope you don't get trouble at work for listening to this. Always appreciated when you stop by. Thanks, Andy. I like I said, I love it. Welcome, bad guy. Haven't seen you in a while. I know you're putting some content out every once in a while, and I try to watch it when I can. But I do miss those nostalgic power shows that you used to do, and hopefully you're going to bring those back this fall. I realize people have busy summers and everything, and I understand because, believe me, I debated not doing a show today. Let's see. Corticate says, let's effing go. Yes, yes, yes. And I did buy the sign. Yep. Hello, Fireside again. Yeah. It's, I'm always looking to tinker with my experience. I haven't done too much of that lately, messing with my streaming tools. I do have to upgrade my OBS, my version of OBS. It's kind of squawking at me every time I start it. But I might look into upgrading the camera at some point. Right now, my priority is to build the arcade. So if I get some free money, sometime in the near future, I might do that. Danny says no short shows. Well, it depends. I've got a lot on my plate today, so get up and get hyped, he says. Oh, gosh, you're bringing up the elephant in the room for me. I still have it. I'm still putting it together. I'm rethinking a little bit how I'm cutting it together. I'm kind of wondering if I might just throw the video to editing it. Danny, editing a video takes a lot of work, and especially a large video like that. I give guys that do video preparation a lot of credit. You gotta, because you gotta have some skills, and I have the skills and a little bit of the creativity, but getting the okay, I'll back up a little bit. What I'm doing with that video right now, or what I was doing before I got sidetracked with a lot of life stuff, is I cut the video together. Actually, I'm cutting the video together and then laying audio sound bites in the background on that video. And I'm using DaVinci. That's the tool I'm using to edit this video together. So I have a script. I actually wrote a script with things that I wanted to put, what I wanted to talk about in each segment of that video. So as I edit or as I cut a segment in, I'm recording voiceover on it. And that's tedious. That's very time consuming. And not only that, but laying down some sort of music track in the background that plays. I'm not satisfied 100% with it. So what I may wind up doing is just cutting the video together with no audio and then playing it on stream and talking about it. And then we'll make that the Simpsons 2-player video. I still have it, still have the video, still have the folder out there on my hard drive ready to cut it together. I still want to do it, even though I don't have Simpsons anymore. But again, Danny, you know my schedule. I mean, I go to work, I come home, I eat, and then I go to sleep, and then I get up and work out, and then I go to work again. I start the whole cycle over. So during the week, having enough time to do all this is just ridiculous. So I still have it. I still intend to complete it. So when I finally do it, you all can throw a big party. Oh, let's see. Pete, late at night. I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night, Danny. Yeah, that's so I could get up at 1:30 to go work out. So, no, Prince Vinny, I do not own The Simpsons. I do want one. I do want one again, but not at the current price. So if I get another one, I'll probably do another 2-player conversion on it. And I may go the 99 lives route that Danny often talks about. And in addition to splicing the joysticks together, I'll probably splice the buttons together because it's the same, a signal going across the wire. So splicing the wires together on the buttons should work as well. So that's going to be a big, that's an experiment that's in my head right now that I want to do. So no, I do not have a Simpsons right now, but I do want one. So if they go on a fire sale, I'll probably pick one up. Last time I bought my Simpsons, it was from Walmart, a floor model, and they haven't had a Simpsons in a Walmart in a year or two. Fireside says strong vibes with Pong. Yeah. DaVinci. Yeah. DaVinci is a good tool. I like it. It's easy enough to use, but it's not so much the tool, it's the process. So picking up a clip, inserting it into the video, picking up your audio, inserting it into the video, finding a music clip that's long enough for your intended video, and then matching that up and getting all the sound mixing done properly so that it all sounds great together. It's a lot of work. It really is. So, like I said, I give a lot of guys credit. Ted says this is a great idea to do live commentary over the video. And yeah, so that's what I'm leaning towards. I'll show you. Where did I put it now? See, I don't even remember where I put that stuff. Oh man, under videos, of course. So just to prove to you guys that I'm working on this, I'll hide this and then I'll share screen, window, share. So here's my Simpsons folder. So as you can see, I have 58 items in here. They're all video clips that I need to cut together. And then the associated, I got my script down here. And I've got some pictures that I'll include in the video as well. So yeah, I may wind up going the route of cutting these clips together into a video with no audio, and then showing that, because I feel that there's enough people out there that, I mean, maybe a handful that want to do those 4-player to 2-player conversions, and there is a couple of videos out there talking about it. Danny's done one, so you know, I just think that'd be helpful for the community. I went the route of splicing things together using Graphics Arcade's 2-player control deck. So my method was a little different, and you know, I initially it was daunting to me, the idea of splicing wires together. But once you get the concept down in your head, it was actually fairly simple. So yeah, so that's in the works. You've tripped my trigger now, Danny. I'll probably work on that this week. I am working from home a couple of days on my breaks. I might come down here and work on getting that. Maybe maybe not. Well, obviously I'm not doing a show next week, but I'll have that ready for an upcoming show. Tempting, but your asking price is a little high for me. So yeah, I think we're all bummed, but we all understand the reasoning behind it. I mean, he's explained it on his streams, why he's selling all of his cabs. I've seen them on Marketplace. I even saw the Pong, but again, I have no way of transporting it without taking it apart. And part of my enjoyment of this hobby is doing the actual building myself. So until I get a vehicle that I can easily transport these, I desperately want a truck. But right now, that's not in the cards because I have to pay out some bills, just like Danny has said he needs to do. So he's also saving up for that At Games Pinball. And there he goes. He says he's going to rebuild. So same as me. We're not out of this hobby because we love it, right, Danny? Yeah, we love it. So I understand. I understand. Anyway, So we talked a little bit about the class of 81 pub table. I desperately want to add that one. That's high on my list. Let's shift gears though a little bit and talk about at games. I don't talk about at games much, but I am a big fan of theirs. I own 3 things that they manufactured. I own the Legends Ultimate Pinball HD, which I skinned as a Metallica. You've all seen that on my previous streams. I own the Legends Ultimate, which is over my right shoulder here, right there. And that's running CoinOps X, and I have a lot of fun with that. And I also have, you all don't see it, but it's up in my office. I have the Legends Ultimate Mini in my office upstairs that I use for my work from home days. And that one's also running CoinOps X. And I love the fact that I can alter the screen. I can rotate it whenever I want. Right, but I generally keep it in a vertical mode because I like to play a lot of vertical games. So that mini upstairs is kind of my break entertainment. So when I'm on a break from work, I'll get up and I'll knock off a game of Time Pilot or Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Jr. or Galaga, whatever. I do on my work from home days also fire up this arcade and let it run. So if I want to come down here on my breaks, I can. And if I'm up for it, maybe do a little bit of video editing. I haven't done a video in quite a while. Y'all haven't checked out my Space Invaders to T2 conversion. Go back and watch that. That was probably the last serious video I edited together. So I get a lot of hits on that one. But at games. So I am a Legends HD owner. I don't have a PC connected to it. I'm not running OTG mode. I have tested OTG mode with an older laptop that I have that just really is not capable of running pinball games from Stream or wherever, or Pinball FX is what I was trying to run them from. So, that's on my list of things, wish list things to do. I want to get a decent PC to run OTG off of. But do I want to upgrade? A lot of people are faced with that question, especially a lot of HD owners. And P-Dubs had a stream the other night that was very good, in my opinion. Talked about, the pros and cons, and there's a lot of them. From my standpoint, being an HD owner, I just don't see what 4K gets, what upgrading to a 4K gets me. Do I stick with the HD and then just get the pinball machines I want through OTG? Am I going to be happy with that? Right now, I'm leaning towards that. I don't play this HD often as I'd like. I do still play it. There's some of my favorite games. Like I love the golf game on there that's kind of Caddyshack-like. I forget the name of it. I love Black Hole. I love all of the Dr. Seuss pinball tables, which I own. And so I love what's on there. Do I need to be in 4K mode? I don't think so. I think they look just fine, on my HD. So for me, upgrading to a 4K right now, especially, it's important for me to focus where my money goes. I'm not in a hurry to upgrade to a 4K. Now, having said that, do I want a 4K? Let's put it this way. If money was not an issue, if I had plenty of spending cash to throw at a 4K, would I get one? Yep, I would. just for the improved back box and design overall, the new menu system, and the Zen games when they eventually get those working. I understand they may have a fix coming out for that sometime soon, but I would get one, but I would get one in a scheme that I want. And I'm so far not been impressed. The only scheme, 4K pinball scheme that I like is the Peanuts one. I like it. My gal likes it. And so I think that's probably where I would go if I had cash just laying around ready to spend, but I won't for a while. So I'm more focused on buying 3/4 arcades to fill out this space and make this an awesome game room again. It is awesome right now, but it's just a little empty. So 4K pinball. I mean, what's happened in the last couple of weeks with the 4K, and I'm going to speak from my perspective, and I'll also qualify it by saying I haven't spent a lot of time, but the time that I've spent watching content as I'm working out and just seeing the slide decks that they've come out with, buying a 4K right now is so damn confusing. They've made the process so damn ridiculous to try and figure out what a user needs to get or should get. Now, if I delve into it a little more, could probably nail it down and figure out what would be the better option for me. But I don't want to have to look at 58 slide decks to try and sort through all the questions about these new programs that they're coming out with. I want simple, concise answers to questions that don't require 58 slide decks to answer. And as near as I can tell, their most recent thing was they cut 150 off from the starter package, so now you can get one for $10.99. Is that a go for me? No, because I don't have that kind of money laying around that I could spend on a pinball, and I'm not whipping out a credit card for it. I'm not. I'm just not. And so unless I get that money and I'm ready to spend it on a pinball, I'm not going to get it. I think they're wonderful devices. I think they're in the right direction. I hope that they fix the Zen table issue. I wish them all the luck. That a lot of people have complained about. I've never seen it myself, but I'll be honest, that's another thing that's preventing me from making a purchase. I want to see that fixed before I jump in to this pinball. I'll just stick with my HD for now. It's working fine for me, other than having to log in all the time, which a lot of us complain about. But so if you could sort through the programs and figure out which components you can live without and which components you can't live without, great. If this starter deal seems like something you can live with, it only comes with one game, and you understand that, and you understand the fact that you've got to go out and buy more pinball packs to populate that game with more tables, that unit with more tables, then by all means jump on that earlier deal or that good deal. Me, I want the whole shebang. I want the sound kit. I want as many games as I could fit on there. And I want OTG or BYOG. I want both of those features. So if I'm going to save up for one of these, I'm going to save up for the big one. And Kohl's right now is selling the Addams Family for $16.99. And one thing I'm not sure about is whether or not, let me pull that up. Kohls.com. At games. So let's look at this together. Share my screen. Share. So this is Cole's at game page. So right here, they have the Legends Pinball 4K, $16.99, and you'll get $340 of Cole's cash if you buy this today. But what do you get with this? This is what I didn't dive into. I don't think this has the SSF kit. Yeah, it doesn't go into a whole lot of detail on some of the features. So OTG would be on this one already. This is supposed to be the full-blown standard edition. I'm guessing without the SSF kit. But yeah, that's an option now. I mean, you can go to Kohl's. If you want to use your Kohl's card, you also get 5% rewards on that purchase. So in addition to the 340 Kohl's cash, you'll get 5% rewards, and you can turn that right around and buy another Arcade 1-Up cabinet with all that. So catching up with the chat again. I'm not interested in the MBSX. That's after my time in the arcade, and I have no nostalgia for it. So just not. Yeah. So Danny, you said before you're shifting gears. So you guys are looking at Kohl's now too, huh? So my only concern is that I'm gonna guess because of the price that does not come with the SSF kit. So that's still something you would have to add in if you want that. Fireside says he loves his HD. I do. I love mine too. I just want to add a PC to it. Energy wise. Hi, PD7. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. I've been, thank you for asking, first of all. I've been exerting myself, and you've seen it on my Instagram posts. I've been doing a lot lately. So what I've been trying to focus on in the last couple of weeks is giving myself breaks. So like tomorrow is only going to be a biking day. I'm not running. I'm not doing weights. I'm staying home, sleeping in a little bit. Getting more sleep is another thing on my agenda, because on average, I only get 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep a night. So, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, today I was feeling pretty lethargic. I went pretty hard yesterday with the run, and I ran 10 miles at a pretty fast clip for a guy my age. Excuse me. I talk too much and my throat gets itchy. But yeah, so I'm just trying to give myself breaks. Yeah, true. The HD came with a bunch of games, some of which are good. I do like the golf game. But yeah, it's the packs really that people go for. And so yeah. Andy says, right, buying the games is part of the whole deal of getting it. Yeah. Well, that, any break you get on the price is just going to go right back into buying whatever it is that you want that's not on the thing already. So if you don't want anything else other than what's on the table already, then you're good. But it all adds up. Is saving money initially or getting everything right away and faster? Is it saving money initially or getting everything right away and fast? Well, that's a question you have to ask yourself. Am I okay with missing out on a 1099 4K pinball just because I don't want to go in debt? Or should I take advantage of that deal? That's a big question people have to answer. I've asked myself that question. Should I jump on it? And the answer, for me anyway, is it's missing things that I want. So I'd rather have the full-blown 4K pinball. So again, would the Kohl's purchase work better for me? Because then, you slap it on a Kohl's card, you get all of those rewards, you get all of that cash back, or Kohl's cash. I could put another 3/4 quarter arcade in here with the Kohl's cash and 5% right off the bat. So I have thought about it, but I don't want the Addams family. So I want something else. It's easy for me to wait. I'm happy with the HD right now. Yeah, it makes sense. But ask yourself if you're okay letting those cabs go. There are recent sales that I made that I regret wholeheartedly. The Joust and the Dig Dug, I hated letting go of. Excuse me. But I needed to, so I did it. We do what we have to, right? Yeah, I hemmed and hawed over that. I think PD7 also wants the Star Trek. It's not my version of Star Trek that I would like on a table, though. And you could always reskin it with other artwork if you want, but right now the options for the cabs that are on sale, I don't care for it. I have no nostalgia for Attack from Mars. It is awesome looking artwork, but it's not something that I have nostalgia for. So I wouldn't go that route. I don't care for the Addams family table. Of all of the skins that they have that are currently available, the Peanuts one is the one that I kind of I have the most interest in because I have a lot of nostalgia for Peanuts comics. So. And what do you use 340? Well, it depends on what they have on sale and what I have nostalgia for. I'll get the first cabinet that I see on sale that I have nostalgia for. Right now, there's not too much at Kohl's that stands out to me. Yes, you are still spending a lot of money. And yes, I am listening to my body. I have these every 6 weeks. I have discussions with my trainer. Or she's more or less just my coach that checks in with me every 6 weeks or so. And we talked about, listening to the body more. And I've been doing more of that. And I think I've been doing really good at that. On the days that I'm just cycling is a low impact exercise. So when I want to give my body a break, I'll just ride the bike for a while. The problem for me is I'm addicted to getting into what they call a calorie deficit. So I have an app that tracks all those numbers for me. I track my meals religiously, what I eat, what I burn is in that app. And so every day, pretty much, most days, not every day, I'm in a calorie deficit. And I've become addicted to getting there. And it's not healthy. Not a healthy way of doing things, but I do like seeing my weight change on the scale. So it has been working for me, but it is taking a toll. And so, like I said, I'm sticking to low impact exercises like walking or cycling on the days that I want to give my body a break. Yeah, I have a gaming laptop, an old Dell gaming laptop from it that's like 8 years old, and it did not play Steam or FX and Steam very well. So, I mean, I could play, but it was just very slow and kludgy, and I said, "I gotta get a better machine for this, something dedicated." So Phil, good to see you. Thanks for coming, stopping by, hanging out for a while. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's whatever works for you, man. I mean, that's what I tell everybody. Nobody in particular, a lot of people didn't care for my Space Invaders reskinning of the T2, but I'm like, you know what? That's an awesome looking cabinet to me. That's probably one of my favorite cabinets in this arcade right now. So you do you. I stress that all the time. You know, people come down hard on Arcade One Up all the time as a company, and I'm like, you know what? They're bringing me nostalgia, and I'm okay with their methods, most of them anyway, not all of them. But uh, like the hybrid cabinet that's at Costco right now, I initially was like, "What the hell is that? That doesn't bring me any nostalgia." But I went and played it, and functionally, I don't have a problem with it. Even with the button layout for Defender, I'm like, this is actually workable. If you get used to the button layout, I actually played better games of Defender on that hybrid at Costco than I do on this Defender Partycade, which has the right button layout. So strange, you know. Again, I came down on Arcade One Up a little bit for that hybrid, but I can't fault them for trying to make a buck. And as a consumer and having had a hands-on experience with it, I'm like, I would probably add it anyway, you know, just to have another alternative way of playing Gorf. And by the way, playing Gorf on there is a little bit better than a Defender Partycade. That's what I noticed. It just the joystick just seemed to respond a little better. So I'm a fan of the hybrid at Costco. Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about OTG. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye out. Synergy, actually, which you all know from PD7's videos, and I've talked about Synergy a lot too. They have some PCs on sale, but what they're asking for them are they're kind of high in my book. So I may just try and build my own. It's been a while since I built my own PC, so we'll probably give it a go. Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it. One of my favorite cabs. It's a shame that Retro Shooter isn't going to be putting out the games, but I understand why they're not doing it. I've gone on for almost an hour now. I think I'm going to call it now. I've rambled on for about an hour. You all are probably wanting to do other things. I need to do other things. I've got to still do my bills, and I've got yard work to do. So I want to get to it. I don't know. If anything comes up during the week, I'll chime in. Usually, I generally like to post on the community page, and so if I have anything interesting to say about something that occurs during the week, it's usually through a community post. I jumping on a stream, it's not something I shut everything down in here and I cut power to everything. So my PC, my laptop's not ready to go on a whim's notice. Everything has to boot up. So I'm not one of those people that whenever breaking news happens am I inclined to fire all this up and do it? Yeah. So But it's been a busy week. I mean, been a busy summer. I mean, I've just had a lot on my plate. We still have a lot coming up. We have this trip next weekend for Metallica, and we have a race that we're going to run in Iowa in October. So quite a bit. Still got to do the homeowner things, take care of the homeowner things, and so I'll do what I can because this is a hobby and it's supposed to be my relief from all the day-to-day things. And I'll continue doing it as long as it makes me happy. So, and it does. So, anyway, everybody, I want you to have a good week, good, safe week. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and I'll see you on the next stream. Have a good day.